Good morning, it's day 48 and it's chilly this morning. That's why I have my buff on my neck and my rain jacket on to help keep me warm, hood's up. And we are walking past this beautiful lake as we head up to Seldon Pass. We've got a couple of miles, I don't know exactly, maybe a little over 2 miles to get over the pass, and then it's mostly downhill the rest of the day. This is the last lake before we make our final ascent over the pass. If you hold our hand and make it look like you have a bit of food that comes up, I guess people feed them. This is Hector. Cat just named him. She's hoping that he'll jump on her shoulder and be her companion on her way to Canada. Hector, don't do that. Don't act like that. Hector's playing hard to get. Yesterday we talked about the rhythm of the day and how we're having to change things, and so what we're doing now is getting up around 5:30 and leaving camp by 6:30. We're just slow. The routine is different now that we have our bear canisters, and we have to hide those and then go in the morning, go get those, and it's just different here. And so we get up and hike till about noon and hopefully get in about 10 miles before noon, and then we take a really shortened siesta. So we have a long lunch break with a little tiny power nap and try to get out of lunch about 2:30 or 3, and that way we finish up our 7 miles or so before sunset, and that's worked great the last 2 days. So let's hope that today stays true to that routine and we have beautiful sunshine all day. We have come down from the pass and now we're in this another meadow area, and we've been battling mosquitoes for a little bit, and they're ferocious, they're hungry, and so thank goodness for this head net. I wish I had some sort of leg nets or something so they wouldn't get on my legs. We also noticed that the sky is hazy, smoky. So we've asked Patrick to look up and see what's going on, where the wildfire is.
General consensus.
Make sure that we're not walking into it. So I know it's fire season, and we just want to be careful, make sure we're not headed into one. Whew! We just climbed up to a little over 10,000 feet. We just finished our siesta about probably 45 minutes to an hour ago. We had a little over 2 miles of climbing, and 10,000 feet. We've been climbing higher than that, but if you think about it, that's when airplane pilots say, all right, we're at a cruising altitude of 10,000 feet, you can turn off the fasten seatbelt signs are going to be turned off. So that's how high we are all the time. And the good news is the sun is out, no rain. And the bad news is the sun is out. The sun when you're up in the altitude is pretty intense when you're out of the shade. But fortunately, we've got trees, we've got shade. Temperature-wise, it's about 70 degrees. So it's a beautiful day in the Sierras. We are sitting here on the trail, literally on the trail because we are taking a break. We've hiked probably 4.7, no, well, probably close to 5 miles or so. And we've got a little bit more to hike to our campsite, and we are filtering water over at this little mossy little spring or stream over here, which is awesome. We love running water. That's what we look for, running water, so it's nice and clear. There's no little bugs in it. There's no little fishies in it. Tends to taste the best, and it's always fresh and cool. So we're getting some water and letting our knees bend a little bit because we've been going downhill for quite a while now, and it's all that pounding and breaking. So we need to just rest our legs a little bit, and then we'll head to our tent site. I'm back. I don't know if I've explained this or not, so if I have, forgive the redundancy, but the PCT and Pacific Crest Trail and the JMT, the John Muir Trail, converge and join together at Crabtree Meadow and stay one single trail all the way until Yosemite. And then at Yosemite, the John Muir Trail goes down into Yosemite Valley, and the PCT continues north. Well, we've had more hikers in our 11 or 12 days that we've been on trail. Then I have the whole entire time that I've been out on the PCT. And we are going downhill right now, headed down into this valley where we're gonna stay the night before we head up our last pass, which is Silver Pass, tomorrow morning. But when you are going downhill, the etiquette is the uphill hiker has the right of way. So there's actually trail etiquette, and just like when you're running or something, you pass on the left, or biking, you let people know. But on the trail, if you are the downhill hiker, it's up to you to get over to the side of the trail and let those hikers who are hiking uphill just keep on trucking uphill, because you kind of get in a rhythm when you're going uphill, and motion, it's hard to get in motion again once you stop. So that's why the uphill hikers have the right of way. But a lot of times the uphill hikers will need a break, and so they'll jump off on the side of the trail and allow the downhill hiker to go. But so far on this section, all the JMT hikers have been super nice, super cordial, very friendly. Very, very friendly. Everybody asks, how you doing? Have a good hike, happy trails, all that stuff. So very, very nice. But anyway, just wanted to explain that as we were headed downhill. We are hiking through an Aspen Grove right now. So we've got these beautiful, tall aspen. So pretty. Behind me is our last water source for the evening before we hit camp, and we've got another 1.2 miles to hike. And I'm just gonna fill up my water bottle, smart water bottle, and just put the filter on top, and I'll filter it when I get to camp. But I'm just gonna put the bottle in the water, fill it up, and that's it. All right, we finally got dressed for sleeping time, and it's dinner time. And earlier today I talked about that we got some extra food because we were running low on food. Well, we're also out of fuel. So we got the extra food, but we can't cook it, so we have to do what's called cold soaking. Kat is an expert at it. Tell us what you have to do when you cold soak.
It's pretty much just putting your food with cold water, letting it sit for 30 minutes to an hour, and letting it reconstitute.
So what do you have in there?
Ramen. It's not gonna be good, but it's what I have. It'd be better hot.
Yes, it would be better hot. So we're gonna make sure we each get a fuel can. I thought we had enough fuel. I had one fuel can that's usually been lasting me for days and days and days. But on our first day back on the trail after Rhonda left, a couple asked if they could use it, and Kat said that when they screwed on the stove on the top, like just tons of fuel spewed out. It was so much so that they like looked over really quick at the tent to see if I was looking. So I don't know, maybe we lost a whole bunch then, and maybe we're just using more. And so for me though, I'm cold soaking. I have it's lasagna with meat sauce. So let's see what this looks like. I put water in at lunch. So I'm gonna see what it looks like. Ooh, yummy. So I'll give it a try. I'll give it a taste. I'm gonna also add an olive oil packet so I can get a few more calories. It's really weird. You try to get as many calories as you can because we're burning so many. So I'm gonna add this, and it's better than nothing. So we'll see you guys in the morning.